Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 26th. First and foremost, my sister-in-law Heather's surgery yesterday went perfect. They're thrilled with it, and now it's just a matter of healing and going through that part of the process. But it was like pins and needles all day. It was a very long 7.5 hour surgery, but she's doing good. Saw a picture of her in recovery and much relieved. Let's see what we got here. Somebody wrote to me. The thing is, it's hard for me to remember all the things I've worked on over the years. And every once in a while, somebody sends me something, and then I check it out and go, "Oh God, I forgot all about that one." And that happened to me yesterday. I was sent a thing. Somebody said, "Oh man, this is great. Check it back out again." And I did, and I went, "Oh, this is great." It's an artist named Wayne Watson, and I'm going to actually pull him up on Wikipedia, and there's some interesting information here. It says, Watson originally planned to pursue a career playing baseball, but while in college he began dabbling in music, and after graduation regularly performed in area churches. While leading worship at a Christian youth camp, a father of one of the children videotaped Watson's performance and sent it to a record company. Watson produced 23 #1 singles in Christian radio, including Friend of a Wounded Heart, When God's People Pray, Almighty, Be in Her Eyes, Watercolor Ponies, Another Time, Another Place. Goes on and on here. His career credits include a dozen Dove Award wins, including Male Vocalist of the Year in 1989, Song of the Year the same year, Friend of a Wounded Heart, a Pop Contemporary Song of the Year and Contemporary Album of the Year in 1988 for Watercolor Ponies, and Pop Contemporary Song of the Year 1992 for Home Free. He has twice been nominated for Grammy Awards, both for his performance of Watercolor Ponies and for Best Pop Gospel Album in 1992 for A Beautiful Place. In 1990s, he performed Another Time, Another Place with fellow artist Sandy Patty on NBC TV's The Tonight Show, an event that was deemed a defining moment in Christian music moves to a wider audience. In the late 90s, his For Such a Time as This became a centerpiece theme for the CBS TV series Touched by an Angel. Watson is retired after many years of serving as an associate director of music at Chapelwood United Methodist Church in Houston, Texas. On January 1st, 2011, Watson was among 7 artists inducted into the Christian Music Hall of Fame. The thing I worked on with him was an album called How Time Flies in 1992. And the song I worked on with him on that was The Touch of the Master's Hand. And the band is myself, Mike Baird, Wayne playing acoustic guitar. The strings were arranged and conducted by David Benoit, who I've done his albums, and he's a fabulous musician. The Nashville String Machine. I've got my copious notes here. I still do copious notes. The Nashville String Machine was the orchestra on this, so I've done a number of projects with. Engineered by Bill Deaton, Hal Sachs, and Jeff Balding. Tim Miner did programming on this, and it was produced by Tim Miner and Wayne Watson, and the composer on this is the music and lyrics is John Kremp. And But you do these things, and then you don't hear them for years, and all of a sudden you hear it again, and you go, "Oh God, I remember that one. That was great. It was really a fun session," and all that stuff that goes with it, the history involved in these things. So it's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is The Touch of the Master's Hand, Wayne Watson, and here we go. Let me get the downbeat. Come on. Well,
worth his while to waste much time on the old violin, but he held it up with a smile. Well, it sure ain't much, but it's all we got left. I guess we ought to sell it too. Oh, now who'll start the bid on this old violin? Just one more and we'll be through. And then he cried, one, give me $1, who'll make it two? Only $2, who'll make it three? $3 twice, now that's a good price. Now who's gonna bid for me? Raise up your hand now, don't wait any longer. The auction's about to end. Who's got just $1 more to bid on this old violin? La la la. Well, the air was hot and the people stood around as the sun was setting low. From the back of the crowd, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up the bow. He wiped the dust from the old violin, then he tightened up the strings. And then he played out a melody pure and sweet, sweeter than the angels sing. And then the music stopped, and the auctioneer, with a voice that was quiet and low, he said, now what am I bidding for this old violin? Then he held it up with a bow. And then he cried out, one, give me $1,000, who'll make it two? Only $2,000, who'll make it three? 3,000 twice, you know that's a good price. Come on, who's gonna bid for me? And the people cried out, what made the change? We don't understand. Then the auctioneer stopped and he said with a smile, it was the touch of the master's hand. You know there's many a man with his life out of tune, battered and scarred with sin, and he's auctioned cheap to a thankless world, much like that old violin. Oh, but then the master comes, that old foolish crowd, they never understand. No, the worth of a soul, the change that is wrought just by one touch of the master's hand. Look, and he cried out, only 1,000, who'll make it two? Only 2,000, who'll make it three? 3,000 twice, you know that's a good price. Come on, who's gonna bid for me? And the people cried out, what made the change? We don't understand. Then the auctioneer It was the touch of the master's hand. Oh, it was that touch of the master's hand.
And the last time I had worked with the directly with the Nashville String Machine was we were doing an album in Memphis with a French artist named Véronique Rivière, and they brought them in to record some stuff live with them, which was really fun because normally you never get to be around the string sections when they're doing the album. They always come in after the basic tracks are done and stuff. So it was really fun to actually have them live in the room, and they were like the premier players in Nashville. So that's Wayne Watson from How Time Flies in 1992. It was really great. Just before doing this, I was on the phone with Brad Leland, the sax player from Lyle Lovett's tour, Brad. And I miss him. He missed me. I mean, it was so good to hear his voice. We were so bonded on Lyle's tour, so connected. You know, really, I'm really, I miss everybody, but, he and I really got into a pretty great place together during the tour, and hopefully we'll have more coming up next year. But I was talking to him about maybe we'll do a Zoom or some kind of FaceTime that we can film and talk about lots of stuff, and then I'll put that up as a video on here because I know so many people keep writing, "Where's Brad? Miss Brad. We're listening for the saxophone," and all that. But he was heading off to class. He teaches at North Texas. He's the head of saxophone department, and but just a good guy. Just totally love him so much. He's just great. And in the wee hours of the morning, I was still sitting on the phone with Waddy talking about the new album and song, titles and all this stuff. And Waddy's down in Florida with Stevie Nicks. So, I was talking to him. It was like 4 a.m. for him. But we never worry about calling each other in the wee hours of the morning because we know we're probably both up. And so that was great. And I am going to go now and paint crown molding. I got the ceiling all done yesterday. I did a bunch of prep work. So I'm going to go do the crown molding now, then run a couple errands, and then come home and paint the walls. And when that dries, I will paint the baseboard and then go back and start working on windows and doors. So I got my little project going. And then tonight I will be back playing again. The hand is getting a little better. It's still got a compression glove on. Hand's getting better by the day, but still pretty sore. It'll take a while, just these deep tissue injuries. Some other things heal up really quickly, like the scarring around my eyes. I can feel it, but it doesn't really stick out that much. But that healed up pretty quick. Teeth are feeling better. Man, it was unbelievable. But and again, the best part of everything is Heather's okay, and that's the main thing for me. So I'm going to get running. I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful day, and I'll be back tomorrow. But just take good care. Stay safe. COVID numbers are climbing again. They're really concerned about the winter time and all that, especially amongst young children now. There's 3 different between flu, COVID, and there's another one going on now that they said is really hitting little kids hard. So man, just stay safe out there. It's you look around and it looks like everything's back to normal, but it sure isn't. So stay safe. That's my main concern for everybody, is stay safe. Do your best to protect yourself, your family, and your friends. And eventually, this will be over, but never really over. It's going to be what it is. So enough of that. Okay, right now, let's just wish you a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.